Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel, AJ Budgets. I am AJ and I am so thankful and grateful that you are here with me today. In today's video, we are going to be doing my vacation to the Riviera Maya's vacation wrap up. Let's see if I stayed on budget. So I spent 5 days in the Mexican Riviera. These are a few of my fun little souvenirs that I picked up while I was there, which is part of the spending that we'll be going over here in just a second. But I fell in love with some of these things. And of course they have the deals, buy two, get one, or buy three, take one. And so, you know, I take advantage of all of those deals. So let's see, I think that is that. And then I believe I have cash in here and obviously some coins. Okay. So I'm going to set the cash kind of over here to the side because I want to reconcile my spending first. So let's do that and then we'll see how much I have left over. And I'm assuming, unless I really overspent on my credit card, I am under budget slightly. I did get a Mexican coin that I will be keeping separate. I put it someplace separate with my change, but we'll set that all over there. I am going to get out my budget for Mexico and let's go through here and see what all we spent. So I had budgeted $15 for flight snacks or airport snacks, and I actually spent $15.07. So I'm gonna do $15.07 is what I actually spent. And then on coffee / breakfast, I only spent $5.11. I just got myself a little, I think it was like a double shot of espresso. Might have been a matcha, can't really remember. I've slept since then. Okay, and then I had $230 that I could spend on like souvenirs and spending. And then down here for my return flights, we'll go over that in just a second. On my return flights, I do know I spent $19.91 on one flight, and then the other one I ended up doing a sit-down dinner because I was delayed for 2 hours, and so I ended up spending $46.96 because I had dinner and a drink. So I know I went a little over budget on that. So I guess let's see how much I spent here for my shopping and souvenirs. Okay, the first souvenir shop I went to, I spent $95.42. And then the next morning, I spent $30.08. No, not the next morning. That was later at the pool. That was one bottle of water and a coconut water for $30. Resort. Resort fees. The resort taxes ended up being $13.38. And then I ended up spending... this is the only receipt that I kept because I did some Christmas shopping too, because I found some super cute Christmas ornaments and a couple of, like, my best friend is like, she calls herself a tote whore. And so I found her a super cute tote. And then I got both my sisters and my stepmom ornaments for Christmas as a little Mexico souvenir. So I ended up spending, it was $185.08. However, 20, 30, 5, and then minus 15, and then minus 15. So it ended up being $120.08, and that should leave me $65 if I did my math right. Yeah, so we have $65 that I need to pull for Christmas. So I'm going to set that over to the side. Okay, so let's add up and see how much I spent here. Okay, so it gives us $95.42 plus $30.08 plus $13.38 plus $120.08. So it's $258.96. Okay, and I had $230 to spend. So that means I was over by $28.96. Again, then for my airport spending, I had $20, $40, $70, and then I ended up spending $15.07 minus $5.11 minus $19.91 minus $46.96, which means I'm over $17.05. 28.96. So total I was over 4601. Okay, that's on the credit card side. So now we need to go over here to the cash side and see where we're at. Okay, I obviously forgot to record, but I went ahead and I had started with $200 in cash. That includes my emergency ER cash. And then I had $300 I wanted to spend on my credit card budgeted. So I do have cash left, so I know I did not spend this full $200. And some of that is I didn't drink as much. I don't know why I thought I was going to be drinking like 10 to 15 drinks a day. Your homegirl drinks like maybe once a month. So I think the first day I ended up having like 4 drinks, and then the second day I had 2, and the third day I had 2. But I had taken like $10 to $15 a day to drink. And then we ended up not doing any of the expeditions. So we didn't go to the cenote. We didn't go to the Chichen Itza. It was like 95, felt like 107, was 93% humidity. You walked outside and immediately started sweating. And so I just wanted to spend every day in the pool. And so that is what, and so did my friend. And so that's what we did. We spent every day at the pool and in the beach, or at the beach and in the pool. And I will insert some photos so that you can see the amazing and beautiful place that we stayed at. It was the Ibero Star in the Riviera Maya, in Quintana Roo. Yeah, so anyways, it was a gorgeous property. We had a lot of fun. The food was pretty good. The wait staff and the employees were amazing. And yeah, had a great time. Okay, so let's see how much we have left here. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. What is happening? 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and $97. Okay, so I am under by $96. So that means I need to pull out $46 to go into my checking account and 1 cent to cover the credit card. So I think I'm going to do some of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 25, I guess, here, make this easier. 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, and 46. Okay, I switched out some of the 1s and 5s so I could keep the nicer bills here. So this is $46.01, and that will be going back to the bank. I'm going to set that off to the side, and then we will see how much I am left with here. So that gives us 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and $51. And so if I do 96 minus 46, gives me 50. Oh yeah, because I had $1 left over from, I don't know when. Oh, I found it in my travel wallet. So that makes us under budget by $50. Okay, so I'm going to take, I keep forgetting to hit record. It's like I've been gone for 10 days from filming. I'm going to take this $50 and I'm going to set it right here because we are going to be putting it into my emergency fund envelope for Salem. I have a sticky note over here off to the side that was like, find $50 for Salem. So I found it. So here we go. So it's 10, oh wow, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and $50 will be going into my emergency fund envelope for Salem. And I like having some smaller bills because I know we'll be taking some public transport and I want to have some tip money for that. And I think that there's like one tram that's like $2 each way there in Salem, and so I have some ones for that as well. Okay, I'm gonna take my 16 cents and we'll put that into my coin jar later. And like I said, I have this $5 coin from Mexico that's left over, and I have like a unique or foreign coin container that I keep that in, so I'll pop that into there. Okay, with this dollar, set this budget aside, we are going to put it towards my dollar bills y'all savings challenge, because technically that's my leftover money for the week, even though it was found money. We're still counting it. And so I'm not going to roll the die because we just restarted this and I have plenty of ones open. So we now have 2 whole dollars in the dollar bills y'all savings challenge. So, okay. And now I need to get my credit card reconciled. So that means I need to put $258.96 plus 65. So a total of 323. Probably going to do 325. Needs to go onto my IHG card. So let's pull out from my Christmas fund, which is here in my sinking account. And let's see, we'll be pulling out, we're going to just go Mexico. And we're pulling out $65, which would leave us with $245. I'm pulling 20, 40, 60, 2, 4, and then 65, which will go on my credit card. And that leaves me with 70, 80, and then 100. So 435. So we have 235 would be correct. And I put 245 because math in my head is hard. Fix that. Perfect. Okay, and then I need to pull out my long-term sinking fund. And obviously I just realized I did my other math incorrectly as well. So we're going to be pulling out 1507, 511, 250, 896, 1991, 4696. Okay, which is 346.01, but that 46.01 will come from this cash. So I need to pull $46 out, and then I need to pull $300 out of my AVK. Let me get that fixed. Okay, so I pulled the 46 out of my accordion binder, and that means we need to come back here to AVK and pull out my $300. I'm so excited. I'm under budget on this vacation too. When I was spending and kind of adding it up on my way home, I was kind of freaking out, but then I was like, oh yeah, I have cash. So let's see here. We have Mexico minus 300, and that will leave us with $550 in here. And I think I have hundreds, maybe 100, 200, 300. Perfect. And that leaves us with $550. I'm going to need a little bit more than that to go to the Bahamas in 2 weeks, but good thing is I get paid in between now and then, so that will get stuffed a little bit more. Okay. Should have $411 if I did all of my math correctly. And obviously the 1 cent. So we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 410, and $411. Okay. Somehow all the math mathed out in the end. So I guess that's all that matters. Let me pull out my credit card payment tracker here. And this is all going onto IHG. And I'm going to need to clear this off for the month of July, but we're going to put Mexico. And that is 411. So plus 1483 should give us 1894. Let's see if we have 1894. And I might need to do some condensing in this. No, it should be fine. 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 15, 16, 1,700, 1,750, 1,770, 70, 90, 1810, 1830, 1850, 1870, 1880, 1890, 91, 92, 93, and 1894. Had a 10 in the wrong spot there, but we got it all together. So beautiful. That is ready to go. Thank you so much for being here with me today and reconciling my vacation. I can't believe this is vacation number 3 of the year, and we've been under budget or at budget for all 3 vacations. So here's hoping it holds for our next one in a couple of weeks. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing and like this video if you enjoyed today's video. And I hope to see you guys soon in one of my next videos. Bye!